If your child is preparing for the NWEA MAP 5th grade test, this video will help you understand what to expect and how to practice more effectively. I'll start with a quick overview of the test. Then I'll walk through sample questions in math, reading, language usage, and science. For each question, I recommend pausing the video, letting your child try the answer, and then continuing to hear the explanation. Later in the video, I'll also show a 5th grade MAP score table with percentiles, based on NWEA's most updated documents, so you can better understand how scores are usually interpreted. By the end, you'll have a clearer idea of the test format, the question styles, and the skills your child may need to strengthen before test day. Let's get started. The NWEA MAP Growth Test is an adaptive test. This means the test adjusts as your child answers questions. When a child answers correctly, the next questions become harder. When a child answers incorrectly, the test gives easier questions. This helps the test measure your child's current academic level more precisely. In 5th grade, students are usually tested in math, reading, language usage, and in some schools, science. Each section usually includes around 43 questions, and the test is untimed, so students can work at their own pace. One important thing to remember is that MAP questions are not limited to 5th grade material. If your child struggles, the test may show questions from earlier grade levels. If your child performs very well, the test may show questions from 6th grade, 7th grade, or even higher. That is why preparation should focus on real understanding, careful reading, and familiarity with different question styles. Now let's move into the practice questions. The math section includes number sense, operations, algebraic thinking, fractions, geometry, measurement, statistics, problem solving, and more. Let's begin with a coordinate graph question. Which point on the graph shows the coordinate 4, 7? Remember, in a coordinate pair, the first number tells how far to move across on the x-axis, and the second number tells how far to move up on the y-axis. Pause the video and let your child try it first. The correct answer is P. The coordinate is 4, 7. That means you move 4 units to the right on the x-axis and then 7 units up on the y-axis. The point at that location is P. This type of question checks whether your child understands how to read coordinates on a graph. A helpful tip is to remember, across first, then up. Now let's try a measurement question. Mary wants to cover the floor with square tiles. The floor is 72 inches by 48 inches. Which square tile size will exactly fit the floor? Pause here and choose the best answer. The correct answer is E, 24 inches by 24 inches. To find the size of the square tile that will fit the floor perfectly, we should determine the largest square tile that can fit evenly into both the length and width of the floor. To do that, we need to find the greatest common divisor. The side length of the square tile should be the largest number that divides both the length and the width without leaving any remainder. This is called the GCD. The greatest common divisor of 72 and 48 is 24. Both the length and the width of the floor can be divided evenly by 24 inches. So, 24-inch tiles will cover the floor without any leftover space. All right, let's continue with the reading test section. The reading section checks comprehension, vocabulary, literary devices, informational text, the ability to understand meaning from context, and additional skills. In 5th grade, students need to analyze word parts, identify figurative language, understand story structure, use evidence from a passage, and much more. Let's start with a vocabulary question. The question asks for the meaning of the prefix ante in the word antebellum. Pause here and use the clues in the paragraph. The correct answer is C, before. The paragraph says the exhibits showed life before the war. The word antebellum refers to the time before the Civil War. So the prefix ante means before. This type of question checks vocabulary and word parts. A useful tip is to look at the surrounding sentence. The passage often gives clues that explain the meaning. Now, let's try a literary device question. Which answer choice is an idiom? An idiom is a phrase that does not mean exactly what the individual words say. Pause the video and choose the best answer. The correct answer is D, I'll give you a hand. Ben does not literally mean he will give Richard one of his hands. He means he will help him. That makes it an idiom. This is the kind of question where students need to recognize figurative language rather than just the literal meaning. If this video is helping you understand the 5th grade MAP test, please like it and subscribe. It helps us keep creating useful test prep videos for parents and students. And if you want more structured practice, you can also check out GiftedReady, where you'll find MAP practice resources with test-like questions, targeted quizzes, and clear explanations. Now, let's continue with language usage. The language usage section measures grammar, punctuation, spelling, sentence structure, and writing organization. In 5th grade, students need to arrange sentences in a logical order, identify grammar errors, choose correct punctuation, improve writing clarity, and more. Let's start with sentence order. This question asks for the correct order of the sentences in a paragraph. The paragraph should follow a logical sequence. Pause here and try to arrange the events in the best order. The correct answer is A. First, the teacher explains the steps of the experiment. Then, before starting, the students put on their safety goggles. Next, the students mix the chemicals in a beaker to observe the reaction. Finally, after the experiment, they clean their workstations. So the correct order is 2, 4, 3, 1. This question checks writing organization and sequence. A helpful strategy is to look for time clues such as before, after, first, next, and finally. Now let's look at a grammar question. Which sentence is not grammatically correct? Pause the video and read each answer carefully. The correct answer is C. The phrase had began is not correct. After had, we use the past participle begun. So the sentence should say, the children had begun playing outside before the rain started. This question checks verb tense and irregular verb forms. Now let's move on to the science test section. Some schools also include the MAP science test in 5th grade. Science questions cover life science, physical science, earth and space science, and scientific reasoning. For this video, I'll show one earth and space science question. The diagram shows the alignment for a total solar eclipse. The question asks why a total solar eclipse is rare and visible only from a small area on Earth. Pause here and choose the best explanation. The correct answer is C. A solar eclipse occurs when the moon passes directly between the sun and Earth, casting a shadow on Earth. Although the moon and Earth are both large, the vast distances in space mean the moon's full shadow that reaches Earth is relatively small, only a couple of 100 kilometers wide at most. For a total eclipse to be seen, you must be located directly within this narrow path of totality. Because the moon is much smaller than the Earth, this shadow sweeps across a very limited portion of the planet's surface, making the event rare for any given location. Now let's look at the 5th grade MAP RIT score table. This table shows RIT scores and percentiles for mathematics, language usage, reading, and science, based on NWEA's most updated documents. A RIT score gives a picture of your child's academic level. It helps show the level of questions your child is likely ready to work on. The percentile shows how that score compares with other students in the same grade. For example, the 50th percentile is the median or mean range. A child scoring around this range is performing close to the middle of the norm group. Higher percentiles reflect stronger performance compared with the norm group. Scores below the middle range can help show which subjects or skills may need extra support. So, how can you help your child improve their MAP performance? Start with steady practice. Short, focused sessions are usually better than long sessions that feel stressful or overwhelming. Next, practice by skill. Focus on your child's weaker skills first to see a bigger improvement and higher test scores. Another important step is to review mistakes. A wrong answer is not just something to correct, it is a clue that shows what your child needs to practice next. It also helps to use test-like questions. MAP questions often look different from regular worksheets. Students need to read carefully, compare answer choices, and understand exactly what the question is asking. That is why I recommend focused practice rather than random worksheets. For a more complete option, you can check out GiftedReady's 5th grade MAP practice package. It includes structured practice across math, reading, language usage, and science, with explanations that help children learn from each question. I added a link to the practice package in the video's description and the pinned comment. That brings us to the end of this 5th grade MAP practice video. If this video helped, please like it and subscribe for more clear and practical test prep videos. And for more support, visit GiftedReady and explore the complete MAP 5th grade practice resources. Thanks for watching, and I wish your child lots of success with the MAP test.